business owners are getting hammered from all angles, higher taxes, higher energy costs, and now they're being tapped to help pay for health care reform and a tax on pollution. Why is government taxing the engine, the very engine of our economy, which provides up to 70% of America's jobs during what some would say is the worst recession since the Great One, the Great Depression? And why is the stimulus ignoring them? Less than 1% of the $787 billion package is going to go to small business, to the Small Business Administration. Small businesses, meanwhile, have also taken a huge hit in terms of being able to access credit, and the government isn't helping them out either. Over $28 billion has been issued by the government in loans, but less than 1% of these loans have gone to small business. Meanwhile, a recent poll by Intuit Payroll shows their frustration. Check this out. 94% believe success depends more on what they do for themselves than the government. That's a good thing. 86% don't think stimulus will directly benefit their business, and 75% say the government doesn't offer enough support. But let's go beyond the numbers to the real people affected. Here's David McArthur, the vice president of operations at McArthur's Bakery in St. Louis. It's been a family-owned business, operated, run for 52 years. David, you're the very definition of small business. What's going on with your bakery?
Well, it's an interesting time to be in the world of business, especially small business. The cap and trade bill passed, as we all know, and it was a little bit upsetting to myself personally, as well as my brother, who's the owner of the business. And so we just decided we had to make a statement.
David, go ahead. How does the cap and trade bill affect you?
Well, what it does for us is it puts what we believe is a tax directly on what we produce. In the world of baking, it's one of those things that our energy usage goes into not so much heating and cooling, it goes into the manufacturing of product. There are physics that say it takes a certain amount of energy to take a dough product to make it into a bread product. And nothing that anyone wants to do to make the world greener is going to change the amount of energy that goes into that. This tax directly applies to us as well as every other food manufacturer. And so what it's going to do long term essentially says you haven't cut back, so we're going to continue to tax you and tax you more. It's a penalty. Quite frankly, the only way I can use less energy to bake a loaf of bread is quit baking it.
David, so how many employees do you have?
Well, currently we have 88 employees, about 55 of which have full health care and a 401k plan. We're not the average small business employer. We've been blessed to be able to have long-term employees and take care of those employees. Those employees are family to us.
So are you going to have to lay off people if cap and trade goes through and it's going to cost you more for energy, or if you get taxed for, I don't know, what are you going to emit pollution from your bakery?
Well, I guess we're emitting carbon because we're burning gas. But here in the Midwest, our energy is primarily generated by coal plants. 85% of our electricity is generated by coal-fired plants. Here in the Midwest, we're going to get hit with the highest taxes of the rest of the country. And so we look at last year, we had a $152,000 gas and electric bill. So if I look at a 10% increase, that's a $15,000 increase. And we don't know where it is. This is our beef. Our legislation has voted on a bill where they can't give you answers. They can't tell you what the percentage is going to be. There's no caps in place, or at least they can't tell you if there's caps in place. A 10% kick, that takes us up $15,000 a year. I'm selling donuts. How much are you going to pay for a donut? Every time we raise a price, we shoo customers away. And that business is not just in the bakery business, it's everybody in the food industry today. All
right, David, hang in there. Hang in there. We're going to have more with you in just a minute. Plus, did your representative vote for or against the cap and trade bill? Why not give him a call? We'll find out. We've got the numbers.